Hey guys, I'm here with another Wi-Fi battle. Yeah. So it's a standard match against this guy. I don't know his name, but I know it's Justin. So, yeah. So he sends out Fortress. I send in Claydol. I switch into Rotom. Normally he's just gonna set up, and I was right. So I go for a trick to cripple his Fortress, and that's a good play for me. So now I have leftovers. He decides to lock himself into Toxic Spikes. I send in Claydol. I have Levitate, so I don't get poisoned, which is good. So, yes. Uh, he's decided to switch. I decide to use Stealth Rocks. I know that'll help me on later in the game. And I know I can take anything he throws at me. So he decides Leaf Blade, and that did a lot of damage. So I'm guessing this Sceptile was Choice Banded. So I decided to blow away the Stealth Rocks and the Poison Spikes. So now I know it's a safe switch into Vileplume, knowing that he's locked into Leaf Blade. So yeah, that does nothing to Vileplume. And I decided to go use Stun Spore, which is useless on Fortress. So now I know he's gonna explode, so I decided to save my Vileplume for later, and switch into Claydol just for Death Fodder, or if he decides to use uh, any spikes or Stealth Rock, I could just blow it away. So yeah, that was a good play for me. So I decided to send in Pinsir. I don't know why, I just chose it. So yeah, I know he's gonna use Fake Out, so I switch into Rotom. That does nothing to me, and then he decides to use Aerial Ace, which does not very much at all. So yeah, I go straight for the Thunderbolt, and he decides to U-turn. So U-turn did nothing. So it goes just straight to another Thunderbolt. I don't know what he's gonna send out, but I just used Thunderbolt. So yeah, from here it looks like about a 3-hit KO. And yes, it is a 3-hit KO, but he uses Flamethrower and that destroys me. So I'm guessing this is choice spec, so I thought it was safe enough to use Pinsir. And this is a Scarf Pinsir. So yes, it outsped. I use Earthquake, and down goes Magmortar. So he decides to send out Ambipom just to get some damage with Fake Out. So I decided just to take it, and didn't do that much. So yeah, I outsped it, used Earthquake, and down goes Ambipom. So now he decides to send in Cresselia, and I decided to switch into Walrein because I wanted to Toxic Stall this Cresselia because Pinsir would have taken forever to take this down. So yeah, we both decided to use Toxic, and Cresselia's faster. So right here, he goes for a Psychic, and I will use Icy Wind to attempt to slow it down. But yeah, that doesn't happen because because he evades it. So now he decides to switch, and he knows Icy Wind's coming, so he switches into Typhlosion, and that will doesn't do very much, and it lowers his speed, but that doesn't really matter because he's still faster than me. So yeah, I'm taking poison damage, and he decides to use Hyper Beam, which I thought was pretty weird. But I survive with 9 HP. So I rest, get all my HP back, and I lose the poison. So that was a good play. So now I decide to switch in to Pinsir. And I know he's gonna recharge, so he switch. I just wanted to use Earthquake, wanted to take damage on it, or whatever else comes. And it was Cresselia that he switched into. So yeah, Mold Breaker makes it so Levitate doesn't work. So yeah, it's gonna be like about a 3-hit KO, but with yeah, with poison damage. So I decide to fodder Pincer, and he goes for psychic. So and that takes down my Pincer, and poison will later take down the Cresselia. So it's a double down, and I send out Vileplume, and he sends out Sceptile. So he decided that to attack with Crunch, locks himself into Crunch, and that does nothing at all. And I go for Stun Spore, and I miss, which didn't really matter because I I made it this turn. So yeah, this is my special Vileplume. I like this set a lot because it was supposed to do Parafusion, which didn't happen. So it was that is my special move, Teeter Dance. Yeah. So now he's confused. I didn't want to take a flamethrower, so I switch into Walrein, and it takes it pretty well. Yeah, get some leftovers. He steps out of confusion and he hits with Focus Blast, and it does a lot of damage. I have nothing to take the Focus Blast, so I decide to stay in. Maybe he'll miss and I'll wake up, but that didn't happen. So down goes Walrein. Yep. So now I decided to switch into Poliwrath, and he decides to use Hyper Beam, which did a little less than half. So I decided to do Drain Punch to attempt to get most of my HP back, but I don't take down Typhlosion. But it doesn't matter because he has to recharge anyways. So down goes Typhlosion. And his last poke is Sceptile, which I paralyzed earlier with Stun Spore with my Vileplume. So yeah, I used Ice Punch and down goes Sceptile. So great game, whoever you are. I'm sorry I don't know your username, but tell me in the comments.